Crunchyroll here, and I'm back again with another review. This time for Psychopaths Providence, coming to theaters July 11th. You're gonna be able to, of course, see the English version and the Japanese as well. Because they give you the choice in theater, which I think has always been pretty cool. Dragon Ball movies, One Piece, any of the movies they usually give you the option to watch dubbed or subbed. I'd be very curious to see the ticket sales on like these individual movies and like and how they do that. I mean, because it's pretty much going to the same thing. But this time we got Psychopaths Providence, which is apparently like the fourth or fifth Psychopaths movie in this series. And I got to be honest, before I do this review, I've seen this movie and I have not seen anything else Psychopaths. I've watched a few episodes of the first season, try to go back and watch some of that to have a little bit more context, but I still feel like I need to watch more to really understand like kind of what's going on in this current film. And just straight up, like if you watch this is a spoiler. Like if do not watch this movie before you watch the series, because there's a lot of events that happen way far out past the initial first season or so. And I was just sitting there confused, like, okay, what's going on? Dealing with Shinya Kogami and stuff like that. I had no freaking clue what was going on. So that's just a fair warning, for anybody, that you might just like anime, but if I would highly suggest going back and watching the series. Highly suggest going back and watching the series before you watch this movie, because there are a lot of spoilers that are involved when you watch this movie. And I think this is set place like after like the third season of the show. So this is the events at the third season from what I've seen, what I've read. But like I said, pretty much spoiled pretty much anything that is going to happen. Still a lot of context and details missing from some of it, but other than that, should be pretty good. For Psychopaths Providence, give a little bit of like the summary of this movie. While attending a meeting, Chief Inspector Akane Tsunemori received a report that an incident occurred on a foreign vessel, and this is the beginning of a big and unexpected case. So like not to like really, like I said, spoil anything, but as you know, Psychopaths deals a lot with the Sibyl System, and this particular movie, the Sibyl System has a bit of a competitor here, because a lot of people believe that the Sibyl System plays God with people's lives. You have the Public Security Bureau that wants to keep, pretty much their job is to keep this system in place, and pretty much anything that comes out new is a threat to it, because a lot of people, they pretty much the entire world at this point, or at least they show in Japan, is monitored by the system. And if you see anything of Psychopaths, you know that pretty much it tries to classify you as a criminal, almost like kind of like a Minority Report type thing. So you get a little bit of Minority Report, like based off of your like your psychoanalysis of your brain, and certain things. So like every day you got to do like a daily hue check to make sure that your mental health is okay. It pretty much confirms if you're going to be like a latent criminal or you're going to be a deviant or whatever. That doesn't necessarily mean that you got to go to jail or anything like that, because they have like what they call like the dogs, or like the enforcers, who are the ones that work with the Public Security Bureau, and they help hunt down criminals and stuff like that. So pretty much once you're deemed as a criminal or like a latent criminal, you're pretty much become a slave, and people want to fight against the system basically, and they see the flaws in the system, and they either want to make it better or they want to just completely come up with something new. And like I said, not to spoil anything from the movie, but pretty much the Sibyl System has a competitor here, and they're willing to take it down at all costs. Crunchyroll, pretty much, being taken over for Funimation and a lot of other movies. They're pretty much, you're going to see like the Crunchyroll logo in front of everything these days. They're doing the English cast for this, which I actually did watch the English version of this movie. So I haven't seen the Japanese version. and I just went back and started watching the English dub of the show as well. Pretty good. I have no problem. Like I said, when it comes to dubs and subs, I always said like whatever show I start with first, that's pretty much how I'm gonna watch it. Now, so it's rare. Like some shows, like I'm able to watch like both dub and sub. Like I like both versions, like Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z. It's some like they really hit the mark on a lot of the dub and sub action here. Directed, this movie is pretty much directed by Naoshi Shiotani, written by Makoto Fukami. Like I said, this is like the fourth or fifth movie in the series. And like after I said, I watched the movie, a lot of games that's come out for this. It's a lot of content for Psychopaths. Not realizing like this has like a really big following. Um, the social commentary that this show and this movie has, I think, on the world, and how we view society, and uh how we manage certain things. I think it hits a big market. I think that's a big reason why this particular series is so popular. And it's been around for a while. I want to say at least Psychopaths has been around. I want to say at least 10 years or more. And I honestly, I didn't even know they were still making content until I saw this movie. Um, but yeah, like I said, let's get into some of the English voice cast. I'm not gonna get into everybody, but just tell you who's who. Kate Oxley is playing Akane Tsunemori. Of course, Robert McCullum is coming back as Shinya Kogami. We got Jeremy Lee, who I've met a few times. Great voice actor. Mika Shimasuki. Dallas Reed is Arata Shindo. Eduardo Vildalso as Kai, and Mike McFarlane is Tupe Sugo. Stephanie Young, she is the voice of the Dominator, which is the gun they use to enforce the law, that is used by the civil system to enforce the law, and will kill you on sight if need be. Is also used to read people's psychopaths, to see where they are on the latent criminal situation. But the voice acting for this is pretty good. I have nothing bad to say. I mean, obviously it's Funimation, Crunchyroll, same group, but the English dub was pretty good. If it once I actually get caught back up and I'm able to like watch all of this again, I feel like I'll be able to give a better, maybe like a better like whatever review of this movie. Because like I said, I'm missing a lot of context of like what was going on. Especially like I said, I don't want to spoil anything, but like what happens at the end of it, which is super crazy. A lot of like where the characters are past the series, their new motivations, new positions for certain characters. It's a lot. But like I said, if you are going to see this, I do not recommend seeing this without at least watching the series. I'm not sure if this is going to be like one of those one night event type things, or they have it in the theater for a week. From what I'm seeing, I see a couple showtimes that you can look up and go see. But it's a lot here. It's a lot more action in this than I expected. But it's also a lot of politics. It's a lot of talking. So if you've never seen Psychopaths and you're expecting this to be an action heavy movie, this is not that movie. I can tell you right now. This is a very political government movie. You're gonna get a lot of conversations about the law and certain things that you can and cannot do. But it is a it's a good, it's action in the movie, but not enough. Like this movie's like 2 hours, like an hour 50. It's not like it's like action throughout the movie, but there's a lot of shooting in it, a lot of hand-to-hand combat, which I really enjoyed. There was some really crazy scenes. I mean, the animation by far. I mean, the team that's been working on this, the Psychopaths committee, the people that have worked on this for a while, they've really gotten this animation down to a science. It looks really good. Without taking, like some series like will try different animation. I think they like, okay, they know where they are as far as like the animation they need to use for the characters. It looks good. The music, the soundtrack they used was pretty good. And it's one of those ones I had to look up and listen to right after the movie was over. But like I said, overall it was a solid movie. I just wish, like for me, I feel like it was kind of lost on me because like I didn't have a lot of context of what I was missing from the show, and like some of the stuff that had happened and progressed to that point. But like I said, I don't recommend watching this if you have not watched the series or anything or the connecting stuff that's for it. But if you are a Psycho-Pass fan and you've been keeping up with it, I think you really are going to enjoy this. This is a great movie to see in the theater. Any anime movie, I think like I always enjoy watching on the big screen, especially in America, because we really don't get a lot of opportunities here. So even if you, like I say, if you haven't had a chance to watch it in the theater, let's keep this thing going. Crunchyroll, trying to support as much as I can so we can keep getting these movies. But like I said, comes July 11th, Crunchyroll, English dub and Japanese. You can check it out. I think they do like that one show time a day, but check your movie apps, check it out, reserve your reserve your tickets. Let me know what you think about the movie. Maybe you can give me a little bit more context of like what's going on. By the time this comes out, I'm hoping to catch up because I'm watching it heavy now. So by the time this comes out, and leave me a comment below and let me know what you thought about the movie, and what you think about going into it. Like I said, July 11th. Do not see it if you haven't watched the series, and I'll see you guys for another review. See you.